For so much of my life, I remember I used to spend half my day every Monday running weekly reports for what happened last week. Here, what I'm going to show you is how do you automate that whole process using AI in Excel. So let me jump to this spreadsheet that you can see here. This is, let's say, your weekly report, and this is just an example of one report. And some of you may be familiar with this last click attribution, and I'm going to go a lot deeper into different attribution systems as well. But here, these are one of the reports. Hey, how did we do by, as you can, I'm going to scroll down a bit here, by channel last week, how many conversions, and how does that compare week over week? This is the week over week change to conversions. Now, this is one report out of many, but the idea is how do you automate this and how do you automate your other weekly reports as well? So that instead of 4 hours, it hopefully takes you 5 or 10 minutes. Now, I'm going to jump to this BigQuery data warehouse. This is the source data that feeds a lot of the reports. It doesn't have to be BigQuery, it can be whatever your data warehouse is. But the idea is to get that data into Excel. And that itself can be automated every week. You run automatic queries and it pulls the data into Excel. It may, in some cases, first have to pull it into Google Sheets because, especially in the case of BigQuery, although there's ways to pull it directly into Excel as well. So once you have this automated, then everything is built once in Excel, and these kind of reports can show up in a completely automated fashion. And by the way, if you need to create a deck, creating that deck can also be automated from these Excel reports. But here what I'm going to show you is, hey, you reporting on conversions, you're reporting on last click. Let's make this a little bit more complicated. I'm going to say by channel. Again, this is one example of a report. It's an attribution report. I'm going to say click conversions and revenues. And if I scroll down, I can now see revenues as well. But here's where it gets interesting. You don't need to do just last click. You can do last click, you can do even weight, you can do first click, you can start comparing. So let's go all out and say, hey, I want to not only use last click, I want to look at how my channels are doing based on first click, based on even weight as well. And people may be familiar with first click and last click attribution as they are used a lot, especially last click. Even weight essentially means if you've got 5 clicks before a conversion, each of them get equal credit, 20% in this example. And so you can now see and you can compare how your different attribution models, and by the way, even weight is fractional as it can be because you're just divvying up the credit of the conversion 3, 4, 5 ways, whatever the case may be. So how much does, in this example, hey, last week paid search gets 23 conversions credit. It by coincidence it also gets the same credit by last click. You can see paid search differs a bit, and then how much do each of these get with even weight. And then this does a week over week comparison as well, that okay, how much did first click differ compared to last week, how much did last click differ compared to last week by channel, and then the same thing for revenues. And so the idea here is, again, you can automate this whole thing for this particular report, first click, last click, even weight attribution, everything can be automated. But you can do this for your other reports that you may have as well. That's it for now. If you do need any help from us in automating these reports, building really nice dashboards, making your life on Monday mornings, every Monday morning, easy from now on, please do reach out to us. Fill out the short form. It's only 3 fields and one optional that we have on our website, and we will reach back out to you. And I think it will be an awesome conversation, if nothing else. In the meantime, good luck. Take care. Bye.